What's good, YouTube? Clutch Mom is back with another video today, and it's my second one. My first one was about the lottery 6 through 10, the mock draft really 6 through 10 area, and this is my second video. So we're gonna be doing, leave a like and subscribe before I get into this. This is gonna be about, there's some news going on about Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic could possibly decide to stay overseas and keep playing over there, so he might withdraw from the draft possibly. Right now he's focused there on the Final Four, his team is, so who knows. So this video is about, what if Luka Doncic withdraws from the draft? What does it do to the top 10? And for me, it has a big impact, really, especially in the top 3. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Phoenix Suns, you hired the head coach that used to coach Luka Doncic. He has a son named after Luka Doncic. Pretty much, it sounds to me, even though DeAndre Ayton to me is a better prospect, sounds like they were going to draft Luka Doncic. So now DeAndre Ayton, basically, of course, you're going to draft him now. DeAndre Ayton's a clear number 1 now. And unfortunately for Sacramento, which is the second team we're about to get into, DeAndre Ayton will not fall to them like they were about to have. Sacramento got really lucky by sneaking up and getting that number 2, because they were about to have DeAndre Ayton fall into their laps. But Luka Doncic, we're just saying if, this really hurt Sacramento from what they really wanted. You know, you get to replace the Boogie Cousins, because Willie Cauley-Stein ain't getting the job done. As you see, DeAndre Ayton getting drafted by the Suns, it makes sense to me. So now we hop in with Sacramento. Sacramento, they got lucky enough to get into the top 3. Maybe this is a little karma for y'all being able to slip past the Mavericks and Atlanta to be able to get into the top 3 like that. So here we go. Marvin Bagley, obviously the number 2 choice right here. You basically want the best on the board, except for point guard, because you already got De'Aaron Fox. You're willing to take anything. You got some veterans around you. You know, you have Zach Randolph, who could be there for Bagley. You know, he's going to be power forward. I don't see Bagley coming off the bench. I can see him so easily starting in the starting lineup. So Bagley, what he'll bring to Sacramento is energy, scoring, which they really needed last year. They really need, and it's just talent. Because if you really think about it, Sacramento wasn't in the top 3 when it comes down, because they didn't have one of the worst records, but they're probably one of the least talentless teams out of this. The Suns are way more talented than Sacramento is. And that's just how it is. Atlanta's right there with Sacramento and bad talent, like the Grizzlies were. They really needed their pick. But Sacramento will snag Marvin Bagley. They'll still take it, even though they kind of got a little unlucky here. Now, this is just if Luka withdraws. So as you see, you got Marvin Bagley going here. Very talented. I'm high on Bagley too. Dude's got good potential. He'll at least become an average defender. He's too athletic not to become a great defender. He can rebound very well too. So there's Bagley. Kings fans will love him. All right, hopping into Atlanta. Now this one might shock some people. Atlanta, for me, will snag Trae Young. Trae Young was in my last mock draft going to Magic at 6, but since you basically, the draft just lost a playmaker, which just changes the way teams look at it. Because once Doncic is gone, you know, besides Trae Young, Colin Sexton's not going to be in the top 10 to me. I mean, people don't even know what he's going to do, what he is going to be. I mean, he wasn't as good as what he started off. He started off red hot in Alabama, but I mean, it really shakes it up a lot, because there's teams that need playmakers. And Atlanta goes ahead and snags Trae Young. We already know what's going on over there with their point guard. He's probably going to get traded because he's talking about what teams would make him happy. He does not want to be in a rebuilding situation, and Atlanta will happily get rid of him if they get Trae Young. So Trae Young, to me, that's their need. That's their need. Could be the best available. Who knows? So Trae Young gives them a spark, gives something that he'll get you tickets too. You know, Atlanta will start filling up some seats there. So Atlanta goes Trae Young. Let's go ahead and put him up there. Where's that boy Trae? There's Trae. I just love how his complete offense ability. Dude's very good. That's interesting to see him in the Atlanta uniform to me. Then At 4, nothing really changed for me with the Grizzlies. They take Michael Porter Jr. They really need a forward really bad. They need scoring. They might be the least talented team in the whole NBA when it comes down to young talent. I mean, you got Gasol. It was crazy what happened last year. Conley just continues to stay hurt. But Porter Jr. is, I think he's going to be amazing. He's 6'11". That just came in today on his combine. He has his standing reach is second, I think. He is like a 9'6", which is almost Mo Bamba standing reach, which is incredible. But he can handle the ball so well. He can shoot. This dude, he's gonna be a star. That's the thing. It's just the back issues. He's gonna clear up on everything. So Grizzlies go ahead and take Michael Porter Jr. Let's go ahead and lock him up right here. Michael Porter, I think if he would have been healthy last year, dude, it'd be right there with DeAndre Ayton and Bagley and Doncic. I mean, it would just be like he's a tier 1 player. He would have been a tier 1 player with DeAndre Ayton, Bagley, and Doncic. Now, the Mavericks, they decide to take the same place. They're going to take one big man over the other. They will go Mo Bamba again. They will take his potential over what he is right now. He is a raw prospect. Bamba, though, we already know he could have an incredible ceiling, but he will also have one of the higher floors. He basically, for me, what he guarantees, he's going to be an elite defender very soon. Weight, obviously, to me, strength of weight is the only thing he needs. That's the only thing he's really lacking at this point. Mo Bamba has just got to hit the weight room. I think he came in, he only gained 12 pounds since entering Texas last year in his freshman year. So he's definitely have to get his weight up, but everything about him is perfect. The shot he's trying to develop, I love it. The dude could become a freak. Great pick and roll with Dennis Smith Jr. So there you go. Mavericks take Mo Bamba. Now we hop into the Magic. And since Trae Young, who they desperately needed a playmaker at point guard, I say they go grab Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a guy I'm really spectacle about. He's either going to be really good or he's going to be really bad. So I don't think there's an in-between. He has Kevin Garnett potential to me with a shot from the three-point line. But he could also be downwards. How he fits with Orlando, you're young. First off, he's one of the younger players in the draft. So, he was literally just turned 18 when he was playing in college. So this kid could turn into something more than what he was. His athleticism isn't that great. It takes him a second to gather. It just makes you wonder what will happen. But his shot can be there. He brings talent to Orlando. They'll happily take him at 6. So now we hop into the Bulls. So the Bulls, they'll take anything they can get. I wouldn't say anything they can get because they got guards. They got themselves a power forward. They could take a center right now in Wendell Carter Jr., but both centers are, really talented centers are off the board. But they're going to go Mikal Bridges. They will happily take a wing. He's definitely going to be, to me, somebody that will develop into also a ball handler. So Mikal Bridges falls to me to the Bulls. And they'll happily take him. Great three-point shooter, going to give you defense. Bulls got some good stuff going on for them, to be honest. I like what the Bulls have done so far. Marketing's going to develop into something nasty. Even though I was thinking about Wendell Carter there, but Carter's going to be a very good player, but we don't see, a lot of people don't see him having neither the ceiling that a Mo Bamba, a Jaren Jackson, or a DeAndre Ayton have. So they will easily take that wing right now. There's not a lot of great wing players in the game that can play through, who can shoot the ball and play defense. Now we're at the Cavs. The Cavs would have eased this. The Cavs in the last draft took Mikal, so Mikal jumped up one, but still Miles was at the Knicks. But now he jumps up to Cleveland. Miles is LeBron built in a way. Even if LeBron stays or leaves, they'll happily take Miles Bridges. Dude's got some insane potential. Very strong, very athletic, great ISO defender. He will fit with Cleveland. He's an alpha dog. He's got that attitude. We'll see how that matches up with LeBron, but I really am a big fan of Miles Bridges. Both Bridges are good to me. So let's go ahead and put Miles up there with him. There he is. Number 17, I don't see who made this roster. I don't agree that he's like the 17th prospect. There's no way he's dropping to 17. You're crazy. Now, we're in our last two. The New York Knicks. Definitely an interesting team here. I had Miles Bridges going to the Knicks last time, but when I really look at it now, Porzingis probably isn't going to play the whole year next year from his torn ACL. And Enes Kanter, I believe, is a free agent if I'm right. And who knows? He wants to come back, but why not get Wendell Carter? You're not going to want Enes Kanter forever. You know, his defense is really bad. Wendell Carter will bring you everything. His shot's developing. Maybe he turns into something more than we think. That'd be a really nice duo for years to come, Wendell Carter Jr. and Porzingis. So let's go ahead and get Wendell Carter up there. I like him as a player. I just don't view him as like top 5 talent. We like his floor a lot. He's going to be a 4/5 possibly. Very good pick for them. And for the Sixers, once again, basically, I'm not going to take long on the Sixers here. They take Kevin Knox, the small forward / some maybe could become a little bit of a power forward, stretch power forward. Very good player. He was really hyped up going into Kentucky. His athleticism was supposed to be incredible. It hasn't quite turned out to be that way. But it was a really young Kentucky team. They lacked veteran leadership there. It was just not meant to work out yet. And so it was a complete new team, overload. I really see Kevin Knox becoming maybe a good 6-man. I could see him dropping 13 and 7. You just want to get, and he will give you something right away. That's the impressive thing about him. Kevin Knox is going to give you something right now, and that's what the Sixers want. They're like, let's go, let's get this going, right? So yeah, guys, that's it. This is after Luka Doncic. Leave a comment if you want. Tell me what you think your top 10 would be or something like that. But this is what will happen if Luka Doncic withdraws from the draft. And I see a lot of changes here. There's a lot of changes. It takes away. He's the biggest playmaker in the draft. This is kind of like a guardless draft. There's no promise besides Trae Young possibly. So yeah, guys, that's it. Like and subscribe.